Are you ready?
You are gonna learn. One more scream as you bleed for your life. Squeeze your throat as I watch the light leave your eyes. This may be illegal, but it's a must. Your final breath is what I love.
Live shit's so much better.
What you done? Look me in the face as a teardrop tries to leave your eye. You wanna live, but now it's time for you to die. One more squeeze, and we should see the bitter end. On to your family, where I go on to make my amends.
What's up, D? OGD, it's what's up. You got Huey, you got AK, hey. I'm playing this because it's original music. Can't get struck for it because I own it.
This didn't have to start. You're to blame for the suffering of the one you love. These are the sins of the Father, the sins of the Son.
What's up, Jana?
Kick in your front door. It's coming from your wife as I rush that whore. Trying to alert everyone to the imminent threat. It's too late. I'm the Grim Reaper and the cause of doom.
Love that song. Two, three, down, out. All right, what's going on, Negative Nation? Welcome to this channel. I'm over here tonight to just talk and chat and hang out. And, you know, everybody can look at my background. It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've spent all day working at the shop. Closed today and did some renovations. And kind of made the shop cooler, man. So that's what I did today. What'd you guys do today? Did you guys do anything exciting? Let's see which is better. I'm gonna turn my camera off. Let me change that picture. Why do I have that picture? Edit audio avatar. Okay. Oh, here we go. All right, that's much better. All right, there we go. Shop guy stuff. Yeah, 9 hours. The whole store is different now. We'll put on one of our live performances in the background. Hope you guys don't mind.
That's what he was telling me earlier.
I don't want to see that goofy, stringy-haired, toothless asshole. What did you change? Everything. Everything. We changed everything. We sure did. But it's pretty cool. I got room for a for guitar lessons and a guitar tech now. Display cases, yeah, we moved 2 display cases, and took the refrigerator out and just made it employees only in the back. So all right. No, we share this channel, and I said I'd go live on here. I mean, like, I always tell everybody I can fuck off to Rumble. It's cool. I mean, she's more than welcome to jump on the panel. I mean, like, it's. She says it's our channel, I guess, you know. So I mean, like, there you go. Some jump on. She can jump on the panel. You can. Anybody can come up here and talk to me. It'd be great. Why did it take us so long to get the first song? Excuse me, I didn't want to vape or smoke on camera because sometimes it makes people mad. Welcome in, Bright. Yes, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm sorry DC's not here. I really apologize. I hope it's not that big of a deal. People can get to know me. I'd like for people to join me on the panel, get to know me, talk to me. Thanks, Bright. I appreciate that. I'm having a rather I'm having a good. The venture has been good. The journey has been good. Wow, that's the first one of those I've gotten. Like, good luck on your mental health journey. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Anybody want to come on? Talk? I mean, nobody? Nobody wants to chat? Fuck, man. Babe, I don't think they like me. I don't think your audience likes me. It's okay though. I have my own channel. NEGZLive.com, NEGZLIVE.com. It will take you directly to my Rumble channel. I mean, like, I can go over there right now. It would take me 5 minutes. Not even that to set it up and just go. I'll tell you what, a Bright isn't part of your audience. Oh, okay. Right. So anyway, we changed the whole layout of the store. Still a lot more work to do. So yeah, that's about it. Been really nothing interesting. I haven't been on Twitter picking unnecessary fights and trying to look like I'm right all the time and looking like a goddamn buffoon. Oh, look at me. I said something stupid on Twitter. I hate it. I have a policy now. If I tweet, and I do not read any responses. I don't check my notifications. I just say what I have to say. And I just don't believe anybody's response is going to have any bearing on how I feel about it. So I was actually at work, you know, jobby. You know, where you go and you work. Only I've been working for free for a year. My back is fucking killing me today, man. I'll tell you this because I herniated a disc in a fucking car accident, and it has been like kicking my ass over the last few days. Oh my god. Deep down inside of me. You just told the fuck off today on Twitter. See, that's why I don't read anything. Fuck what people got to say about what I got to say. It's like this. It's like, you know, I go on Twitter, I post something. Everybody else's opinion, it doesn't matter to me. Even if I like them, I'm sorry. You can contact me privately and talk and tell me your opinion on it, and it'll matter. But like on Twitter, it don't matter. Negz, have you finally convinced DC that death metal is the way to go? No. No, I don't think she'll ever get into the music that I like. Well, hello.
Why, hello there.
How you doing?
Well, I think I'm doing fine.
Great. Great. Fantastic. Damn, there's a lot of clickety clackety with the claws up there.
That would be a no.
What? What's a no?
That would be a no. Do you see the comment on the screen?
Oh shit. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I tried years ago, and I have made it very clear that I like girly metal with men with long hair that they toss around that look like women. That's my thing.
I like scary, ugly dudes.
Yeah, I don't like ugly metal. I don't like looking at ugly men on stage.
I mean, I don't mean that in the way most people might think. I mean it. I don't like, it's not like I'm like, ooh la la, it's a big scary dude. It's just, no, I just don't like, I don't watch pretty dudes, man.
Oh, that's my thing. That's my jam. So I thought that since you've been working all day and you've been busy and you haven't had a chance
Yeah.
to catch up on the nonsense on these YouTube streets, I thought that I would give you a brief update because it's fucking hilarious, okay? So, our old buddy Jan's views, or as I call her, Jan's lack of views, since she gets like 3 people in chat and nobody watches her channel. So you know how I did that stream the other day about the Pakistani rape gangs in the UK?
Yeah.
All right. So I started off with a very passive-aggressive reference to Jan because I didn't want to say her name on my channel. I just did. Oh, well. So she got very annoyed and very offended, and she decided to quadruple down on the points that she was making about Chantal being that kind of girl, who ended up getting basically groomed by a 40-year-old man. And so that was my entire point in that stream, was that these are exactly the attitudes that resulted in those rapists and human traffickers not getting arrested for decades and being allowed to operate with impunity in the UK.
Okay.
So she got mad about that, and she decided to do a stream that nobody watched where she quadrupled down on her original point and was very angry that people
Somebody
were
watched it.
that people were accusing her of saying what she said. I mean, we know what she said, right? So
What did
anyway,
she say? What did she say?
Well, her basic point is that, she claims that she worked with kids, with young women, God help us all. I would not allow that woman within 100 miles of a troubled young person, because her inability to be empathetic or compassionate is really, really terrifying to me. So
Yeah. Well,
her point is, well, what do you expect when you've got a girl who was throwing herself at older men? I am paraphrasing. This is not literally what she said, but It was, well, what do you expect when, not all, in other words, not all 16-year-old girls are created equal. Well, we know that, Jan. We know
Right.
that. And that's exactly what happened to the young girls, some as young as 11 in the UK, who were raped and trafficked by these Pakistani men. Because it was attitudes like that. Well, what do you expect? The girls are poor. The girls come from bad homes. The girls are in foster care. The girls are unsupervised. The girls were actually described as being sex workers, prostitutes,
What the
11-year-olds. So anyway, but her point was, well, Chantal was very defiant. Well, so were some of these girls.
fuck?
And if you look at what happened to Chantal, it is very similar to what happened to these girls in the UK, hundreds, if not thousands of them. So anyway, Gentleman Pioneer and Yo Mama decided to call her out on her horseshit again, which they had already
Okay.
done the previous time. So
Right.
she got absolutely livid and went on Yo Mama's channel. She called him a chimp and a monkey.
Awesome.
And she tried to flex her amazing education.
Yeah, Chimp and Monkey shows that.
Yeah, that was neat. And she was talking. First of all, she claimed, I think somewhere else, that when it comes to the grooming gangs, I don't know what I'm talking about. I can say this now with my whole chest. Sure, Jan. But anyway, then she said that she was furious with Yo Mama because apparently Yo Mama's a Trump supporter, so she can't have that, which is fine. I
Oh
mean, we
well.
can all have differences of opinion.
I,
And then she
he told,
said she pulled, remember Callie's South Side ends? I'm
yeah,
going to get my
yeah.
South Side. Okay, well, she did something similar. She
Okay.
claimed that she has a relative, a very tall, apparently very dangerous relative in Oakland,
Hmm. Yeah.
who is going to take care of Yo Mama, if you know what I
Okay.
mean.
Great.
All right,
Oh,
so
what, they're going to give him a hand job or what?
well, it's another example of what was it? God damn it! I was just thinking it, and it just escaped my mind. Um, it's another thing like Frenchie with her the Feldman crime family of Gary, Indiana, that we're still
Okay.
waiting for. By the way, they still haven't shown
Yeah.
up. Um,
Pussies.
and the funny thing is that she's so ignorant that she doesn't understand that I believe that Yo Mama lives in Southern California. I think he lives in the LA area.
Okay.
That is a 6-hour drive from Oakland to where he is. And again,
Okay.
I don't know where he lives, but I'm pretty sure it's Southern California. So, Jan, you mean to tell me that you have an angry, violent relative who's going to defend your honor by driving 6 hours to go down and teach Yo Mama lessons? She was criticizing his parenting. She was saying that he doesn't know how to parent his 3 daughters. And he's
What's
like, well,
that?
what the fuck do you know about my 3 daughters? She's like, oh,
Really?
I've seen your parenting. I've seen how
What?
you parent. It's like, where did you see me parent? Oh, well, you
Really?
uploaded videos of yourself with your daughters. I mean, I've never seen them, but I
Right.
have
Right.
no reason to believe that Yo Mama is a bad father. No reason.
No, no, and if that type of content's just not my speed, the family content and all that shit. Not people in this hemisphere. I think people in this hemisphere should keep the kids, their family, everybody the fuck away from it. And that's
Hmm.
like, Jan, it's just really not in any of your business.
No.
There's worse shit going on.
Hey, Sherry. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible to me that this ridiculous woman
What's up, Sherry?
has the fucking gall to go out and judge anyone's parenting. I'm not going to say much more about that, but let's just say that she is in absolutely no position to judge anyone and how they parent anyone. Um, the woman is absolutely delusional. She is one of the biggest racists on YouTube.
Well, she's a huge racist.
A huge racist. A huge racist.
I mean, like people have overused the word, but like it is appropriate in this situation.
Yeah, she's the real deal.
Yeah.
Um, And she's got a real problem with Yo Mama. And Bridget, unfortunately, well, fortunately for us, but
God.
Bridget has become completely obsessed with Yo Mama. She is fixated on this man. And I feel
Dude.
sorry for the guy because once Bridget becomes obsessed with you, she turns your whole life inside out. She's crazy. So yeah, so Jan got an ass whipping from Yo Mama and from his entire chat, which was hilarious.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah. And
Oh,
she really is absolute because one of the things about her, and Dee can verify this, she absolutely cannot admit when she's wrong. She cannot admit it.
what? I wish she'd come up here if she was. I don't. I doubt she's watching, but I
Oh,
mean,
she
like,
watches everything we do. Are you kidding?
well, I don't know if she watches it in real time or later. I mean,
Hang on, I've got to go get a vape. I'll be right back.
pew pew. Come on. Don't yell at me, man. Fucking not a goddamn child. Not a not an empty fucking soup can, right? She did a video on DC. Oh Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy upon my eternal soul, Lord. Here's her channel. There's her videos. Okay, let's see here. Lots of Peter. 4 days. Should I take DCMediagirl seriously? 86 fucking views. Yikes. I mean, like, me personally, I'd be like, God damn, that's all you got on me? 86 fucking views? Let's see that.
Anyway, so she decided also that she was going to discredit the Pakistani rape gang stream that I did because the host of that channel, Andrew Gold, apparently, of course, to her, is a huge racist because he had a black British female soccer player on his channel. I think she's a soccer player.
Oh, we got
And he-
somebody named Jasmine in the green room.
Who dat?
Come on up. Hello, Jasmine. Welcome.
Hello.
I apologize. I didn't unmute. Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
I don't remember. I don't know if you remember me from. Oh, I'm echoing. Hold on. How do I stop echoing?
I'm not sure.
You may have two windows open. If you're listening to the stream in another window and you've got StreamYard open, then you're going to hear an echo. So you have to close the window with the YouTube stream in it. You just have to listen through StreamYard. Hello? Well, anyway.
I'm here. I'm just setting up a stock buy.
Oh, okay, good. So anyway, that was the excitement of the day. That was hugely amusing. And what I'm loving now is the chickens are coming home to roost. And it's about goddamn time. I mean, nobody cares about. Oh, this is what I was saying about the soccer player. So she said that the way that he treated her was racist, which means that, of course, now I have to review that stream on this channel.
She made a stream about us right here. I mean, I see my bald head.
She's obsessed with our relationship in a way that is very fucking creepy, if I do say so myself.
I mean, what about it?
Well, I mean, she was one of the people who went balls deep when, I mean, initially she was very supportive. She was in my DMs saying, you do what makes you happy, whatever. But then she wouldn't shut the fuck up and she was getting out of control in chat. She was another Texas one. So I booted her.
Yeah.
you know. And I'm sorry if people don't like it, but there comes a point where somebody is making a nuisance out of themselves, and you just don't want them around. It's not that you're afraid of what they have to say, it's that what they have to say is ignorant and irritating. And they derail chats, and they're
Welcome
super
to Jan's
annoying. Oh God.
I'm just curious. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I just.
Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts,
Artwork.
or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate
Oh my
each
God,
and
no,
every
not the
one.
volume.
I hope that you will enjoy your time here on without
Run story times. Today we're going to be looking at somebody a bit different. Somebody
Okay.
that we haven't covered really on my channel, apart from on story times.
That's a lie. Yeah, that would be my reaction to that bullshit statement.
So I may sort of be interspersing some story times in this video, just so that you
Okay.
can get the feel of how you should take this woman.
86 views,
Whether
Jan.
you
You're
should
really
take her
I know,
seriously or
right?
not. I, for one, do not take her seriously. And there's one thing that I think you would probably agree with me, is that it's not very nice when you get like a little Miss Busybody sticking their nose into other countries' business.
Okay.
Oh.
Jasmine's back.
So you don't like people talking about the rape gangs. Well, that was part of the problem in the UK, Jan.
Shit. So, hello, Jasmine. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can definitely hear you. Am I echoing now?
No.
Not to us, no.
Okay. I apologize.
Oh, no issue. No big deal. So, what's up?
Hello? Okay, we're gonna
Yeah,
have
it
dead air
still
again.
sounds delayed. Yeah, no, it still sounds delayed for me, but so I apologize.
Oh, okay.
But I'd actually come on your Rumble channel once.
All right. When was that?
Yes. Because I'm a big fan of DC. No
Okay.
offense. I mean, I don't have anything against Negz. Absolutely don't.
Well, there's a refreshing change.
No, I don't have anything.
No hate for me. That's brand new.
We're making progress.
No shit. Right.
Okay, so how can we help you, Jasmine?
Oh, no, I was just like, you guys put the thing out there, and I was like,
Yeah.
I seen DC in your mama's chat today,
Yep.
and I was like, yes, absolutely. Like, that was such shit from Jan's views. Like,
Oh,
what the
yeah.
heck?
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my gosh.
yeah, she's bad. And
Ugh.
I was told that he was roasting her, and I thought, okay, well, why not? I'm going to toddle over and see what's going on. And I thought, this is exactly the kind of treatment that she deserves from people. She deserves it.
Exactly. I know. And if anybody can roast somebody, girl, my DC can do it.
Well, I was over it. And by the way, I wanted to say that thanks to my cameo appearance in that chat, Negz and I picked up 21 new subscribers. So thanks for that.
Yeah, and
that's
also
cool.
thanks to the anonymous donor.
Oh, well, thank
Thank
you
you very
anonymous
much.
donor.
Thank you. Did I get all this shit? There we go. All right. Much love. Thank you very much, anonymous producer.
Thank you.
That's right. So I guess we can go back to this video if y'all want
Yeah.
to. All right, cool. There.
Let's
That's
check it out.
Now, this person has always claimed to love London. I
do.
love London. I just love walking down the East End Road. I
do.
love London. I wish I lived there.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's, what are they called? Anglophile?
Let me
Yeah,
say,
she's one of them.
if this girl's going to say something
she's
against
also
DC,
somebody-
you looking good right here, so she can shut the fuck up.
Oh, she has nothing good to say about me, but you know, it goes
Ever.
in one ear and out
No,
the other.
you looking good right here. Sorry.
That
Yeah,
thinks that
Jan,
she
I
knows
do actually
everything.
love London. I
So
love the
not only
UK
is
and
she a
what
little
you
Miss
people, not you
Busybody,
people as in
but
a race or
she's
whatever, but
a
what you've done to that country
know-it-all.
is a disgrace. A
Oh,
disgrace what London has become. You should be
sorry.
ashamed.
London? Yeah, I ain't leaving the country.
And the thing is, the more you listen to her, the more
Uh-huh.
you realize that she knows nothing.
Right.
Zilch, nada, nothing, especially to do with the place that I live, the place that I grew up, England. She knows nothing.
Yeah, I
So
don't know anything. You're right.
anyway, here she is, sat in a grotty abode. I can't think of any other way to describe
A
it.
grotty
In
abode.
wood-clad in Indianapolis. So
We're not
here
in
she is
Indianapolis.
with her
What?
fake Burberry cap.
Whatever you
No,
want
it's
to
very,
think.
very, very
Tried to
authentic.
tell
I don't wear
me,
fake shit, bitch.
about myself. So come on, let's have a go.
And the reason that I'm doing this today, it's a funny reason. A few months ago, another YouTuber whose name I will not mention because I do not want to bring my channel down to that level.
Oh, you don't want to bring your channel down to what level? What level? Because my channel has a variety of things on. So it's got artwork
It's
on
all
it.
garbage.
It's got
Like,
live streams.
what
It's got
does she have on
vlogging.
her
It's
channel?
got
Peter
crime
Mon.
videos. So what
Crime
level are we
videos,
talking about?
okay. 86 views,
I
Jan.
think at this point,
86.
I maybe just so that those of you who aren't familiar with who this person is and who she has moved in with.
Oh,
Yeah, she's moved in
Yeah.
with this person.
Which person?
I'm going to put in a clip here.
Or an alliance of convenience. Let's put it that way.
look at how
And
cute
yeah, I'll
you look
say
there,
his name
Next.
because he doesn't have a YouTube channel anymore. I really don't give a fuck. Because he is the person that he is, he decided that he was going to release the DMs that he had with Chantal. If only we had said to her, these are the warning signs, and these people are going to come
Jan
back
was
and they're going
really
to fuck you
jealous
over.
This is so
of what
retarded.
Okay,
it
so
looked
Negz
like
has been
right
on a
here.
sharing spree.
Not gonna
And
lie,
it's just
DC.
saying we're not watching his channel. I'm not going to watch his channel. So
Welcome to the shit show. I'm gonna dig myself into a hole. And I got some stuff I want to get to tonight.
you get to
There's a
stuff.
lot to cover. Now,
You
I
do that.
accept my role
I'm sorry,
in my
it's just
temporary
funny now.
deletion from you.
It's just funny
Marianne,
now.
I'm not saying this just because I loathe the community, even though I do. But what else are they going to talk about? None of them have anything to share.
Hey, I would like to state for the record that no EPOs were filed and CPS was not called,
That's
and there was no stalking.
Negs never
None of them
called
can
me.
play-
He never emailed me. He never bothered me in real life. He never contacted my job. And Jan, I find it absolutely hilarious that you need to catch your chat up on who we are when you talk about us all the fucking time. Everybody
Yeah,
knows
really.
who we are. And now everybody knows who you are because you're a complete embarrassment. But
Yeah.
She's a disgusting fucking cow. I apologize for using them words on your channel.
Breeze.
But, wow.
Breeze, you're right.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Play an instrument or
Like-
tell a joke or tell a good story or, entertain an audience. This is all they have is you, Monty. All they have is you.
Tells
Oh my
me
God.
that he's
Oh my
not been
God, I love
diagnosed.
DC's laugh. I'm not
Because
gonna lie.
when you get your letter
I
You
missed
get your
that.
that
letter.
tells you that you have any diagnosis,
Okay.
mine happens to be for BPD.
No, it
Okay.
isn't.
It also
still cut
tells
yourself?
you the traits. So that was a specific question I asked him because I wanted to hear whether he had traits.
What do you
Now,
what-
not
what?
only was he incapable of answering that he'd got traits, he
Uh-huh.
called them points, bullet points. No, they're not. That shows me that he's actually been just Googling it. He's
Okay,
been
d-
Googling
okay,
it. So
Been
he's like,
Googling it.
oh,
I got a
that's what
paper
I've
now.
got. Yeah. That's what Mr. Google says. Mr. Google says that I've got
Oh.
BPD.
I got
And if
Mr.
I've got
Doctor now.
BPD,
So
I must act in such and such a way.
no.
Well, Jan, I know that you'll find
Doesn't
this
quite-
very, very interesting. Negz was misdiagnosed, just as I was misdiagnosed with bipolar and narcolepsy when I had cancer. Sometimes doctors get it wrong. That's a fact. Now, my understanding is that you've never been diagnosed with this condition. But again, what the fuck do I know? And I
Well,
don't need to go to Mr. Google for that.
I
The
mean,
criteria
she's
is
a
pretty
Janet.
basic. Yeah, right. The criteria is pretty
I mean,
basic.
so bad.
It's some kind of sexual abuse, some kind of self harm, and there's something else. And at that time, yeah, I had scars and I had fresh cuts, and I was self harming at the time. It was like 15, 16 years ago, something like that. And then I quit doing it because it was stupid. It's hard to hide, and then I just didn't go to therapy, and then finally got diagnosed, and it was all fucked up.
Yeah.
Doesn't
No
quite
need to
work like that,
apologize.
Nex.
You should stop apologizing for anything that happens. Because you know what? It happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't have a lot of the medical help that would help us. You know what I'm saying? And it's, it's no fault of your own. You're seeking it out. Nobody should fault you for that.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
God
I mean,
you have
yeah.
a very good, strong, loving woman behind you. And I'm just going
I
to
do.
say that straight up. I know
Yeah.
you do.
Absolutely. 100%.
Absolutely. And that's awesome. I mean, I don't know why people keep judging y'all's relationship because, like, first off, I don't
Weird.
give two craps about your age or what she has, what you have. I don't care. Y'all seem to be doing really good and love each other.
Yep.
You know what? And that's all that matters.
Yep.
Like, I don't care. You know what? Like I told, I don't remember if you know, but I told you all. People told me that too. Like, y'all don't belong together. But I've been with my man for 26 years.
Ooh,
So
congratulations.
tell me again that I don't belong with my man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody gets to judge who you love.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the internet, unfortunately.
There you
Now
go.
here's
I
Dee,
do.
Well,
who
no.
knows this crazy old bat quite well. So, good. Welcome, Dee. Welcome.
Hi. Hi,
Hello.
guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey,
Oh,
yes, this
oh my
is.
gosh, I've never got to speak to Dee. Hello, Dee.
Oh, hi. Hi. I'm listening to it and I'm loving this. And I can't wait to talk about this chick.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you,
Oh,
when
she's a
when
hot
DC,
mess.
when Clara first got with Negz, and it was kind of official. I don't know if everybody knew, but I knew they were together, and I hadn't really followed Negz or anything, but I gave him a gave him a look and listen. Guy seemed cool. He was kind of naughty to me when things back in the day. He apologized. So I'm like, okay, water under the bridge. And come to find out, everybody, he's cool. He's just a regular guy. When he's saying this is a character that he's playing on the internet, totally true.
Yep.
He's just a regular cool guy. I don't know how else to say it. Anyway, before I talk about that other woman, I started to, well, I might as well say it. I started to do a podcast with Jen. I used to be friends with her offline. We met through her channel and some other people. I think Crochetter too. And we were kind of a, little gang there. And she said, let's do a couple podcasts. So just off the cuff, I sent something to Negz and, or to Ron. I said, I don't know. What do you think about this with the podcast? Do you remember what you said, Ron?
No,
said,
I don't.
You said, well, it was kind of cute, actually. You didn't know who the hell I was, really. And you said, your voice is warm, period. That's it. That's all he wrote back to me. And I'm like, okay. That's the critique he gave me. Your voice is very warm. So I said, all right. Anyway, so I did these podcasts with her, and I'm not saying she's dumb or anything. I had never been on a podcast. I don't know a damn thing about a channel. Just, a
Right.
character like everybody else in chats. But when we would do the podcast, nothing I did was right with her. She said, "You talk over me. You're speaking too loud. You're speaking too fast. You're not saying that right." It didn't. And if I wanted to talk about a subject, she goes, "We'll do that at another time." So it was like I was a lot of okay, and she just always took charge, and she didn't let me really, do my part of it. If you're doing a podcast with someone else, you want them to talk too.
Right.
Wait,
And nobody knew who I was except the chick that gave, super chats. Big fucking deal, but that was my claim to fame, damn it. But nobody knew me, and I just thought it'd be a cool thing to do. But she just criticized every fucking thing I did. A total know-it-all.
Yeah.
And she thought
Shut up,
she was
bitch.
best friends with.
You were definitely judged, D.
I know.
Absolutely judged
I
by
know it.
way too many communities. And
Oh, I
I'm not
know.
going to say anything negative or positive because don't get me wrong, I've been around for a long, long time. And I get it that a lot of people are like, oh, she's just buying her way in the community. And I don't think that was the part. I think you were just trying to be nice. I
Yeah.
mean, like a lot of us were, I mean,
Right.
we all were just like, we didn't know. I mean,
No, and
I didn't honestly know Negz.
Mhm.
I mean, I watched DC, but I didn't really know that much about Negz except from those who should not be named. And of course, I got an opinion, and I was wrong,
Me
obviously.
Me too.
But the problem was that if I was seen in other chats, yes,
That's how it
then I
was.
got
That's right.
judged. Yes,
That's it.
absolutely.
That's
So
it.
I
But
just stayed quiet.
yeah,
Not that I didn't watch. I
You-
still watched. Not gonna lie, I still watched.
I've only been on
Here.
YouTube. I've only been on YouTube since when COVID started. That's when I came on. So was that 2021? Something like
2020.
that, or
Yeah.
2020. And I started off, I think, with Charlie, and I met everybody through that. And it just happened. I thought everybody gave super chats. I didn't know it was a big deal. I was locked up. What did I know? I didn't know that it was a big deal to give $5 or $10 or $20. I'm not some big high roller, but boy, every time I gave somebody money, it was a big to do.
Right.
It irritated me.
Yes,
It doesn't. I
it
don't care
was.
anymore. I don't care. Honest to God, DC knows I don't care anymore. Let them say what
Oh
they're
my
going to
gosh,
say.
it was your money. It's your money. You do what you want.
Damn
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, yeah, there you
Yep.
go, girl.
Yep.
Like, it's
Yep.
not
Don't
my
care.
money.
Yeah.
I'm not the one giving out money. You
No.
are. And it's not my bank account. It's
Yeah.
yours. Like, how am I the judge? I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, sure, I love whatever you might want to say or watch it go through, but I just
So
don't
weird.
care.
It
I was
is.
there for the content.
Right. Me too.
You
It was
know,
fun.
and DC had content. No lie.
So did Negz. Negz had content too. It was just different than DC's.
Right.
And
Right.
So-
I didn't know I didn't know Negz.
yeah, he's
I
worth
just
getting
knew
to know.
DC.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, and I have
Thank
no
you.
problem. I've gotten to know Negz.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. And I do enjoy some of your stuff.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I've seen a lot through other sources,
Yep.
but I tended to listen to it with a different ear.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, I got blocked and put on a list
Oh.
because I kind of been like, wow, what are you doing? This is
Listen,
a bit much.
I wasn't, I wasn't
What
brave
the heck
either.
are you doing? Yeah, I don't do IRL. I won't do that. Okay. And I absolutely would never do that. Have never done that.
Negz doesn't do an IRL.
Never.
I don't give
I
a
know
shit
he
what anybody
doesn't.
says. He
Never.
doesn't.
Oh, I
And
know
it's
he doesn't.
nonsense that they do this. They're doing it to him, tormenting,
No, yes, they
terrorizing.
absolutely
It's
are.
outrageous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree with that because I think you guys are still being harassed. I don't understand why Indiana does not help you more.
I
This
know.
has been complete. Okay, but we're not going to go all there. But yes, yes. Did I listen? Was I part of those chats? Yes, but I was also one of them. If any of that could be archived and you find
Hmm.
out, I was one of the people that was actually being like, what the
Yeah.
heck are you doing?
I think a
Like,
lot of people
stop
were.
it, stop
Yeah.
it. Because no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no. I mean,
Listen, guys,
my,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to derail the chat with my bullshit.
No,
I
You're
not
really
good.
at all.
didn't.
oh,
I really didn't.
how
I
could
was
you
just,
ever derail anything?
oh no,
Girl,
I wanted to jump in for a bit because Jan just she ended up getting on my nerves and I just kind of dropped her.
Hmm.
And it
oh
just
my
got worse, and
God.
I'm glad that that it ended the way it did, because she is, I don't understand with her. I do think, I
She's
never thought she was
psychotic.
racist, but I think she is,
She is racist.
She
you
is
know, and
absolutely racist. She
what she
called
did
him those
tonight.
two names. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. And I'm
What
not saying them here.
No, what she said to your
Um,
mama is, "What are you doing, girl? Are you kidding me?"
Right.
But she's turned
it was
into a know-it-all,
disgusting.
and saying in a video that DC doesn't know anything. Shut your fucking mouth. Yeah,
Oh my God.
DC is so overeducated. If that could be a thing.
I know
DC
she was
knows
trying to
as
say
much or
she
more
was
than Jan.
uneducated. I'm like, oh my God, DC's probably the most educated person, and she's
Exactly.
and DC, you're like only like 1 year older than me, and you have been through so much more. I just didn't have the same opportunities, unfortunately. But oh my God, for her to say that coming
Yeah.
from another country, I was like, are
Yeah.
you
No,
freaking pounding me right now?
I'm really disappointed I'm really disappointed in her, the direction she's taken in the last couple of years.
Hmm.
I really am. She's turned into some, as so many have, right? Clara, this is so many have in the
Yeah.
past couple of years have turned into people I used to either hang with or be in their chats all the time, and I'm not anymore.
Right.
They've all turned out to be like these ridiculous demons.
Yep.
That's
Well,
all I can think of.
Shoot.
I can say
I
that
wish I could have
I can
listed
I
and
can say
I'm
that I
sorry.
am educated enough to know that I don't know a lot of stuff. I do not have I don't go out and say that I am qualified or that I am certified. I don't that I am qualified to diagnose people that I've never met when I have no
No.
training in any of these fields.
Right.
I don't have the gall to go out and say that I know everything about counseling young women and all
Right.
this when you show a complete lack of empathy and kindness.
I didn't understand that with her,
You know,
that lack.
and actually a lot of the people in Yo Mama's chat were like, I wouldn't let you anywhere near
I
a
know.
teenage kid.
I couldn't believe it.
Absolutely would
But
never let her near my child.
but
Hmm.
Children.
politics, Clara, you know politics. So when
Oh
she's
yeah.
saying you don't know anything about about London,
Hmm.
get the hell out of here. Girl, come on. She just, I don't know if she's intimidated or she's just mad that you're not friends anymore because she thought she was a great friend of yours. I don't
She
know.
wasn't. I barely knew her.
I know.
I
I
mean, she was
mean,
somebody
Claire,
who,
didn't you already say that like you had been in the depths of some conflicts?
hmm,
You had spoken about that years ago.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you know something. Okay? Like something more than a lot of us would have never experienced. I mean, no offense. I don't think I would have ever been able to do that. You are such a strong woman to have done that. My God.
I think it's basic. She jumped on the hate bandwagon for views.
yep.
That's exactly what she did. It was the hate DC and Negz because reasons. And she figured people are going to jump over to her. I don't know who, I don't watch her, so I don't know who she's hanging with or who she shares an audience with. But it seems to me
Edna and
it was the
Bridget,
hate
like the
train.
two slowest probably people on. I mean, because Edna is actually timber. Um, you know, If anybody remembers Timber, happy
I
birthday,
remember Timber.
Yeah, happy birthday, Timber. Yeah. I used to watch Timber. I never donated to her ass. Because I was like, oh my gosh, all you're doing is like you're a shanty. And again, I don't do shanties. I'm sorry, I don't do shanties. I don't do any of that. Nobody's getting my money.
Shanny's
You know.
yesterday. Come on. Shanny's
Ugh.
over.
Well,
Yeah.
all that I
Well,
can
Shandy's
say
trying.
about any of that is that you know, Negz and I have both had the tremendous misfortune of having people in our audience that developed really disturbing parasocial connections with us.
Yes.
You know, and until you've been on the receiving end of it and you see when you tell somebody, look, I don't want you in my community
Hmm.
for, you don't even give a reason. Like, I just don't want you here.
Right.
You are, you know, you are you're just a bad egg. You know, you don't bring anything of value to the
Yeah.
community. You don't add anything. And I just don't want you here. And again, my number one rule was always, and it is here too, you
Hmm.
do not come in here and drag and insult Negs. You don't
Nope.
fucking do it.
Nope.
You know? And when people cannot respect that one rule, then I don't want you here. It's very
Right.
simple. I don't have a lot of rules on this channel,
I know.
you know?
Absolutely
I
acceptable.
know.
So,
Absolutely
no,
acceptable,
it's like,
though.
what if I went into your chat and started dragging your kids or dragging your family members? You wouldn't like it,
Nope.
you know?
Nope.
So,
Nope.
anyway, I just find
Well,
her
I
to
mean,
be arrogant, racist.
Negz doesn't have like a very bad background
Yep.
compared to those that are trying to drag him for his background.
Yeah. Kind of
Sorry,
funny.
and that
Yeah.
has come out now, and it's been apparent for a couple of years, and that's the biggest part, you know, that so many people have been disillusioned about what has actually been going on and the rumors or the whatever they want to concoct or spin, and it's not, that is not it. That is not it.
Well, I'll tell
Next,
you
I
one thing.
remember you came out one time and you actually told the real truth about why of all of that bullshit. Sorry, my apologies. And it was like, well, okay, you know what? I've been in that situation. I have family members in that situation, and you were totally justified. And the reason you didn't bring it out was because it was nobody's damn knowledge to know.
Mhm.
But apparently you had to tell everybody. But it wasn't until you had to tell everybody because some people just thought it was just so important. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I'm being really cocky right there.
Mm.
Because right now, I think it's just so disgusting how your name and your reputation got brought down. And I'm going to apologize for that because for a while I really did, you know, think something about you. But I never judged you, never said nothing about you. And again, I've always respected DC. So that's been a thing too. So,
Well,
and
not
maybe I
judging
should say
people is a
clear.
good start. You know, not
Well,
judging people is a good start. And nobody has the right to interfere in anyone's private life.
Nope.
And it pisses me off that these retards, yeah, I said it, freaks, have gone so deep into your life, they'll never know what
right.
they've done to that couple. They will never know the extent of how they've had to endure this bullshit over words of fucking YouTube channels. It's a channel with words, okay? That's not going in someone's real life. These twerp idiots have gone deep into their private life. Nobody should have to endure that.
Oh,
And that pissed me
geez.
off.
Hi,
That pissed me
ATH.
off. So if you don't
Big
like Negs, don't
prayers.
watch them. Don't watch them if you don't. If you don't like DC, don't watch her.
Mhm.
But cut the bullshit about it.
I'm not going to try and say that everything that Negz has said that I liked or everything that DC has said that I agreed with, but that doesn't mean that I don't still like them.
Right.
I
You don't have to love
agree
everything
with
everyone
them.
says. It's
Right.
not human to do that. You can't. You'd be a sheep if you're like, oh, every word you say I follow. No. Disagreement and discourse is a part of life. You know, you don't have to agree to anything just because you follow a goddamn channel. That's just ridiculous.
But I
You
don't
know,
have to
we're
go
grown
at
folk.
them angrily. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to attack them for it. You
Yeah,
know,
I
like
wasn't.
they're allowed
Yeah.
to
By the way, I
have
wasn't. I
and do
wasn't
what they're
yelling at you
doing.
guys. I just got loud here. I wasn't yelling at you. Okay, I wasn't.
I get
just.
it.
I
I
got
get
hot
it.
for a second. All right. I said
Yeah.
my piece there, and I love you guys, and I'm going to drop
Love you,
off.
D.
Okay,
Thank
I love
you.
you too, hon.
No,
Bye,
D, don't leave.
guys.
No, D, don't leave.
Bye.
I'm gonna leave then. No, don't leave.
Bye, honey.
Don't leave. I like you being
Bye.
here. Shoot. Now I'm gonna have to leave. If D leaves, I'm gonna have to leave.
Well, what I
But
can
I'm
say,
loving talking to y'all.
what I can say is that this community, and I'm sure there are other communities that have the same problem, but you really see it in this community, is full of some very lonely, not mentally okay people who latch onto content creators and desperately want to get their attention by any means necessary and will do whatever it takes to keep their attention. Um, and it's very sad in a way, and it would be, I would have more empathy for these people if they weren't so destructive. You know, if they didn't go out of their way to try and destroy people's lives with lies, with interference, and that kind of thing. So my empathy, I'm fresh out at this point, because I'm sorry if you're lonely, and I'm sorry if you are an empty nester, or you're divorced, or you're having other issues, you have health problems, but that does not give you the right then to go out and try and wreck somebody that you don't know. You know,
Right.
that is my objection to it all. Go get some therapy, go get some help, join a club, pick up a hobby, and stop attacking people that you've never met, who have never done anything to you.
Yeah,
It's very worrying.
well, yeah. I mean, like, I don't come out here and talk about going to therapy and the things I learned just because, like, I'm like, oh, look at me, give me attention. No, I'm saying it because, like, I was stubborn and wouldn't go, and I thought affirmations and shit like that were like really stupid. So I was stubborn, and I just said screw it and just started doing the affirmations and got my medication right. And yeah, sometimes things are bumpy, but most of all, I've learned a lot about myself and about what and why things are happening. And yeah, and I think if people would take it serious, because like a lot of this stuff online is just mental illness on display.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Well, I think that a lot of times that Negs, you got attacked so much that
mhm.
sometimes possibly you going to your therapy sessions might have been, I don't mean counterproductive, but like you would be such an, it's possible. Yeah, okay, that's not right. Like you would just go and you're doing your thing. You're doing your thing.
Yep.
And then you come back online and then it gets counterproductive. You know what I mean? As far as like no, you're working on it. You're working on it. Because I do that every day.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
I'm working on stuff, I'm stuff. And then you get all this negativity and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to work on this. I'm trying to work like, you're like, you're tapping the side of your head like, no, 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 no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think
Okay.
you're doing really good. And I am so thankful for you and Claire that you both have each other. And I think that most of people online are like, ew, but I don't care. I am so thankful that you each have each other and you understand, because again, I'm in that same type of relationship that sometimes that just is what it is. Like, people just don't understand what a real relationship is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, a lot
sometimes
of
you just have
people
to deal with that.
sometimes
Yeah.
people don't know how.
I don't think I expressed that right, because
I don't think
I'm
they know
like
what it's
you.
like to be
Yeah.
accepted, because to love somebody is to accept them.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. There you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, I didn't say it right, because again, I'm not very good either. Okay. So, but my husband,
nobody's perfect.
like, yeah, I don't do well. And then I have to stop and think and go and say, I'm so sorry that, you know what, I probably did not do good with that, and so I apologize, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna work on that again. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah. Absolutely, I know what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and I don't understand why people don't understand that that's real life. That's
It
life.
it's hard for me because the biggest reason I went to even try to work on it was because of my family. Yeah,
Of course.
I want to feel
Because you
better
love
and
your
all that
baby.
that shit, but I don't want
Yeah, you
my
love your
family to
kids.
deal with it anymore. I mean,
Right.
it's
But
not
you
like
love your
it's
kids.
right, yeah, but it's not like it's a constant thing. But like when it just I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's just
No, 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 you don't have to explain. I am totally understanding and going where you're at. No, I get
if
it.
you know, you
Yeah,
know.
no, I
That's
get,
about all I
yeah,
could
yeah,
say.
yeah. Exactly. No. And you know what? You're very fortunate to have someone like DC, Claire. I'm sorry. I don't
Yeah,
know what to call you because
absolutely.
I don't really want to, disrespect you. But yes, you always have to have a partner, and both partners have to be understanding with, okay, yes, you might have this issue, you have this issue, we both deal with it. Because look, my husband ain't the perfect either, okay? And I deal with his, okay? And it's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't been with my old man for 26 fucking years. Oops, sorry, because I haven't understood. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, he hasn't been the perfect dad, but he's been the perfect dad. You know what I'm saying? Um, as far as I'm concerned, you know,
Well, I
um,
pride myself on my parenting and
I don't think I've ever understood that you've not been one.
yeah,
Not
I mean
gonna
like
lie there. Not gonna
people
lie there. No, I've never seen anything online,
yeah.
heard anything that would not make me think that you weren't a very good dad. Were you a perfect dad? Oh my God,
No.
who's a perfect parent? For
Trying
God's sake.
yeah, right.
Yeah, good God. I mean,
Yeah,
none of us are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
parenting is, there's no book on it. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
Just learn as you
You
go.
know, yeah. And
Fucking learn
each
as you
child
go.
is different, and each child is different too. See, there's the
Yep.
thing too.
Yep. Had had four all different.
Well, I lost 4, so
Sorry.
that caused a very big mental issue for me.
Yeah.
That caused a big breakdown for me, and I probably lost on a little bit of parenting, for me, because losing children is hard, and I understand that, but
Yep.
and so there's like, it's like, how does somebody decide to judge somebody's parenting? I don't understand
That's all they
that.
got. It's like
If
it's
Yeah,
supposed to be a
if
soft
I've
spot. It's
provided,
just not for me.
yeah, I mean, I
But,
don't see that you've ever been abusive. No, I've never seen abusive. Absolutely not. Never, ever, 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 ever. So you're not abusive. You've not been neglectful in any way, shape, or form. And I have seen some very, very old clips of your stuff. I never thought you were abusive, neglectful in any way, shape, or form. So that says a lot.
thank you.
Because, I mean, I've certainly seen plenty online that have been very neglectful and abusive.
Well, I mean, when I hear somebody in their house screaming about somebody, and you know that on the other side of that door is a family, it's kind of like, wow, maybe you should calm down a little bit.
Yeah, that's never been in your home or mine. And so I'm pretty sure that you've been a very, well, as far as I know, you've been a very, what do they say, attentive parent.
Yeah, I'm very
So
involved.
that already involved, yes, involved.
I make
So
time for him, you know, always. I'm always available.
yeah. And in fact, I think I've seen and heard you say more things than I've anybody else online. So
But
I have no
about
issues
their
with that.
about their parenting, or about their whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to bring up other parenting people's things, but
I don't
you know,
know except Shani and Rev. That's the only two people I know that
oh
really
my God.
neglect their kids. And there's a couple other people who did some. I just don't even want to get into it because people
I
get
know people
gross.
are really trying to make a big deal and issue and make new content because Shandy and Rev are trying to come back,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are just like, well, who cares? They don't have their kids no more. It's like, no, you just don't understand. They're still crap. You know,
Yeah,
they don't have their
absolutely.
kids for a reason,
Yeah, they lost their
and
kids.
this
That's
is
all.
why. No, she gave them away.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like
mean,
I couldn't. Honestly, I was thinking about it because somebody was playing a clip earlier, and I was like, you know what? If somebody did that to my child, look, I'd probably be in jail. I'm not gonna lie, because if you touched my child like that, you're not
Yeah.
leaving my home alive. I'm just gonna say that right now, and I'm pretty sure Negs would probably be about that way too. I mean, or anybody.
I plead the
Because if
fifth.
you ever kicked my child, I would kill you. Oh, oops, sorry. You can edit. I would hurt you very, very bad. I apologize for that word. No, I would literally. Nobody's leaving this house alive.
No, you don't
If
touch.
you
You don't
hurt
touch
my
the
child,
kids.
yeah, no, you don't touch my child. No, you don't touch my child in any way, shape, or form. I don't care. And I'm pretty sure you have them same standards. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
No, you don't touch my child. I don't care. And I don't care what happens to me.
Nope.
I just care what happens, you know. You know. No,
Oh
that's
yeah, yeah. I know 100%. It's man.
I'm sorry, I might have said some words that were not friendly. I apologize there.
I don't know
Should
about.
have
I mean,
censored
I'm usually on
myself.
Rumble where I can say whatever the hell I want.
I
Yeah, it's
know,
an
and
adjustment being back here for
Yeah.
sure. I
I
need
Right.
to watch
know.
Right.
what you
I
say.
apologize. I apologize. It might be okay. Um, you can edit my whole segment out. You know, I'm just saying that that would not fly with me. Like there would be no going back. I don't care. Like I'm with Negs on this. You're not hurting my child. I don't give a, you know.
Yeah,
No.
I will. When it comes to my family, I'm a peaceful man, but when it comes to my family, I am capable of great violence. Don't try me. That's all people got to do. Just like don't try me. Stay the fuck away from us. We
I'm
have to
just
be
like, no, that's
in
not,
order to be
yeah.
peaceful. In order to be peaceful, you have to be capable of great violence. If you are not capable of violence, then you are harmless. You know.
And I think that is a quality of us from Indiana, that we are. Like, we are just common folk. I mean, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that
Right.
in a
Right. Right.
positive way. We are calm, cool, and collective until we ain't calm, cool, and collective. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, don't mess. Don't mess with me. Because you don't mess with my family. Yeah.
Yeah. When it
Because
comes
that's the
down to
biggest thing.
that, Hoosiers. Yeah, we don't tolerate that.
Mm-mm.
Um, that's when you call
I think we're
everybody.
pretty big. Yeah, I think we're pretty big family people here. Like, I
I know
will
I am.
defend. And no offense, I'm not a gun person. I'm
Right.
not against guns. Okay. I have
Yeah.
no issues. I fully support that. My son was in the military. Um, so I understand and know and all of that. But I'm just not a gun person.
Yeah.
But
Nothing wrong
that's
with
a
that.
me thing. No, it's just a me thing. But I have nothing against people that do.
Right.
But if I felt the need to have one, yes, I would, and I do know how. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
have been
You're capable.
licensed. Yes, I'm absolutely capable, knowledgeable, know how. Yeah, it's been a thing. Yes, but I just choose not to. You know what I mean? But that's a me
Yeah.
thing, and that's me.
Absolutely. Guns are
You know,
subjective.
right?
You know. I mean, you either like them or you don't. I'm comfortable with carrying a gun, and yeah.
Well, because of possibly where you live, you might need to. Where I live, I might need to start. No lie. Okay. But where I live right now, I'm very safe. I live in a very small community, very, very small community. And I have a lot of support around me that it wouldn't matter. They would protect me. So I would be okay, you know.
Well, right on.
Yeah,
Right
but
on.
we
Right
have a
on.
lot of
And
weirdos who come here, and
Yeah.
no, and
that
yeah,
is
no, no,
something that
no,
we cannot tolerate in any way, shape, or
no.
form.
Oh my God, that stuff, DC. I, wow. When I seen that video, I was like, my jaw was on the floor.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Are Who does this? I mean, oh my gosh. And yeah, that was disgusting. And wow. I'm so glad that you guys were still remain safe.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Sorry that that one wasn't. Because don't care. Um, wow. Wow. And that one is still seeking out me. So just to let you know, that's why I go
Oh,
by the name Jasmine on here. She's never gonna find me. So
oh, hiding, are we? So are
yeah,
you
no.
hiding?
Well, I hide in a nice way.
In a nice
I
way.
mean, I don't care. Well,
What do you mean by a nice way?
I'm not going to let her find me,
Who?
even though I know where she's at and I know where her family's at. But I'm
Who?
not that person. I don't do IRL stuff.
Who? Who are you running from?
Yeah.
I mean, like, what
No,
caused
no.
this
That
level of
person is the person that's trying to
escalation?
hurt you. No, the person that's trying to hurt you
Yeah.
has been actively seeking me out.
Oh, great.
Yes. Only because they know I come from. So it's fine. And I don't care. You can't hurt me. I mean, not you. I mean her. She can't hurt me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Scum cannot hurt me.
No. I was just
No,
curious
because
because
no. Oh no, go ahead. Ask your questions. No, ask your honest question. What you want
well,
to know.
no, I
I'm
just
gonna ask it
I
now.
I just have a
Not
statement.
trying to use. I'm trying not to use certain names on your channel.
Yeah, well, yeah, word. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to. I just have one thing to say. I don't even really have any questions, and that is to you and everybody else, and that is, do not be afraid.
No, don't be afraid.
Well, I'm not. That's what I
They-
said. I'm not.
Some people
Like,
feed
keep
off
trying to
of
find me.
that.
No, keep trying to find me. I've not been scared for 2 years. Still hasn't been able to find me. I think it's funny. Still hasn't
Yeah,
been able to find me.
but why do they want to find you? That's the part where I'm like, yikes, yo.
Location.
Have you reported it to the
Location,
police or anything? Or
No, I've never done IRL nothing. It's because of where I live.
okay,
I
well, I was gonna
can,
say it's not
you know,
IRL if you go to the police. I mean, because they went IRL on you, so you gotta.
no, they're just trying to find me through memes. And I think it's funny because they can't. Because, well, first off, I'm not stupid. Um, and second, I've never actually hidden where I live. I've just hidden my name, and I don't really care. But you're not going to find me, and you're not coming to my home.
Well, yeah,
And
I mean
I've
that would
been
be
threatened with
absurd.
CPS too. And I'm like, well, that's fine. My youngest child is 17, so I'm not really sure what CPS is really caring about.
Yeah.
I mean, he's aged out. I mean, I'm not stupid.
Well, you don't have to even let them in unless they have a warrant.
I've
They
never
act
had an
like
issue.
they do the strong arm stuff. You can't. No. I talk to them
No,
through the screen on my door. I don't care if it's raining or what.
no, I've never had an issue ever. Where I live and how I live, I would never have an issue. Sure, you can come walk through. Go ahead. Look at all the strawberries, blueberries, everything in my refrigerator. Go for it. I'm not worried about that, but I would never let anybody in my home.
No,
And
they're strangers.
they are not that person that keeps threatening me to try and find me or dox me.
Yeah.
You're not going to do anything to harm me. You can't.
No,
That's the problem.
right.
Yeah, that's the problem. And that's why this person has an issue with me. You can't hurt me.
What?
can't.
Why? I mean, like, I'm having a hard time understanding why this individual globs onto so many people and tries to like harass them into some kind of submission.
Because I know way too much about the background, and I still won't come out and say or do anything, because why would I don't do IRL. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I'm here to watch content on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm
I
here
get
to
it.
watch people. I'm not getting involved in your real lives.
And
I
thank God.
refuse. No, I refuse. No,
I mean, I
no,
really thank God, because she
no.
gets out.
No, it's not. Why would I? I
She
mean,
gets old. But you know what? Like, I'm so comfortable talking to these people now, but they're still strangers. That's why I don't let them in. People are like, "Why would you let them in?" I'm like, because they don't have a warrant. You know, what are you hiding? Nothing. It's my home. These people, I don't know these fucking people. Like, one time they called the CPS and said he was dead. That he was dead, and they
Yeah.
didn't call the morgue or the coroner.
jeez.
They just came to my
Yeah.
house, and then they're like, "Can we
And
take a
then,
picture of him?" I'm like, "Well, what for? To show that he's alive?" Oh my god, yes. And the whole time I'm like, "You're a stranger taking a picture of my kid. This is very uncomfortable. This is a violation, really a violation of our rights, and blah 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 blah." And but
all
no,
for
no, if they don't
internet
have a
stuff?
yeah,
Yeah,
somebody on the internet was like, "I'm gonna call
disgusting.
CPS because I'm fat and sweaty."
Oh my God. You're fat and sweaty because you probably worked that day, maybe mowed your
Not
grass. I
me.
mean,
I'm
Not
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 fat and
today.
sweaty. Not me.
I
Not
don't
me.
know.
Not me. They're fat and sweaty.
Yeah, that was the CPS visit that everyone accused us of lying about. And then, of
Yeah.
course, it turned out to be true. Just like
Yeah,
we know that there is one absolute proven CPS caller in the community who
absolutely.
takes pride in it.
Absolutely.
So,
Yes.
I mean, give me a fucking break, right?
Yeah,
Just,
disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I don't know you personally, so I don't get to call CPS on you. Like, look, if my neighbor and I watched a child being abused, beaten, when I grew up, I watched a kid, crawl underneath a car to escape his dad belt. Okay. Yes, that would be a CPS call. Okay. But this is way back in the day, like in the 70s. Um, but yeah, certainly. But CPS didn't exist back then. But no, I don't know you. Like that. You know what I'm saying? No, 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 no,
Well,
no.
it's
I
the
don't
weapon to
know
terrorize
you.
the child, and the
exactly,
family. I mean,
exactly.
but this is what's fucked up, and I don't know if they think about this, but it affects the child, and they're essentially just
Absolutely.
like terrorizing children as adults, and that is like criminal as hell. And if it's not
Yep.
criminal, it surely is kind of gross. It's kind of
It
sick
is
to get off
absolutely
on that
gross.
type of shit. Ooh, I'm gonna get to this kid today. I'm fucking cool. No, you're fucking like borderline chomo. Calm
Yeah.
down. Like,
And
you're
and then come to
adjacent.
find out that, maybe those never mind. You know.
Well,
Oh
It's
this
yeah.
this
me.
was this was a
Yeah.
common tactic in the drama community. They would use
Right back.
CPS and the police as a way to get one over on each other. This has been going on for years. It goes on in other communities as well, but I don't care about those communities because I'm not part of those communities. But yeah, I mean,
No,
it's a
I've been
commonly
watching
used
your
tactic
stuff.
to terrorize people and intimidate them. And ultimately the biggest victim is the kid who doesn't
Absolutely.
understand what's going on, and has to live with this. It's not well founded because nothing. There's no reason to remove a child from a home where they're not being abused or neglected, but there's always that lingering fear in the back of the mind, like, when are they coming, why are they coming, when are they going to leave us alone? And that's part of the thrill for these people. The thought of being able to terrorize a kid it's a very, very sick impulse. And they don't care. It's content, it's funny, it's a way to get at the parents by terrorizing kids. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
it is absolutely disgusting because if anybody knows anything, especially about Indiana, CPS does not leave you alone. Like, it's a process. Like, you're not just there, oh, okay, we didn't find nothing. No, they're coming back. They are coming back. And it's a process. And it's disgusting. And these people have brought it in. And I'm hoping that they get their karma, that the CPS keeps coming. And I don't care. Yeah, and I'm saying that this has nothing to do with DC or Negz. I'm saying it myself. I'm hoping that CPS keeps going back into that home because you had something going on, obviously, that you hid. And that's disgusting. Like, I would never, that's disgusting. And I'm not going to state it here. I think we all know what the heck that was. It is disgusting. And you want to hide it. You want to do this. You want to do that. You want to. No. My son is a veteran, served 6.5 years in the Navy, is an honorable vet, got disabled. I'm so sorry, okay? But, you know, no, you don't mess around and talk about veterans, try and tell me about how I'm supposed to respect someone. I think not. No. That's an issue with me right there. That was my biggest issue right there when we found that out. And I'm so sorry if I brought that on your channel and if that's an issue. But yeah, no. No. Mm-mm. You don't get to tell me how I'm supposed to respect someone like that.
Yeah, the whole put some respect on his name was absolutely absurd.
Absolutely disgusting.
Ask anybody in prison what they think about that, and they would tell you. And all this coming from a person who talks big and you know, like acts like some kind of like mini little fucking penguin shaped gangster, you know.
Well, and again, like I said, oh,
Look who's in chat, Negz.
I can't see
Time to do gangster shit. Salty heifer, what the fuck?
No, not Salty Heifer. It's Amy May.
Amy May, oh yeah.
No. I think you got lost, Amy, but that's okay. As long as you behave yourself, you can stay.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it is whatever.
It's the internet.
no, I got really upset with like put some respect on somebody's name when I have actually 4 honored veterans, 5 actually. My grandfather was one of the last World War II veterans that died in Fort Wayne. Yeah, no, thank you. No, you're not going to talk to me about, veterans. Okay.
Well, you know, I have some friends that served in Iraq, and we talked about this. And you can respect a man's service, but you don't have to respect the man.
Right.
Because, you know, the man could be a complete piece of dog poop. And
well, if he had served and changed, it'd have been all right. But obviously.
Well, you know, to me, given the choice, jail or military, that doesn't count to me. Because, you know, he's like, oh, let's go to military, then get discharged, you know. The whole thing is anyway.
So you're not a vet. I'm sorry. You got a JH-13. You're a dishonored veteran. Sorry.
Oh.
You get no benefits. Sorry. I know the
was he dishonorably discharged?
I think he was less than
Yes.
honorably discharged, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, God damn. Dude is just a fucking menace.
Yeah. I'm sorry. If you get a JH-13, you don't get nothing.
Damn.
Get out of here. Say,
This is the man
I
that
come from veterans. Yeah, I know all about it.
I have a few friends and a couple of my uncles and stuff were in the military, and my grandfather's one fought in Korea and the other one was an architect in Korea to rebuild it, or South Korea.
That's honorable. That's completely honorable. I mean,
they dead
you know.
now, but Amy May, I don't know. I just Jasmine's rando that said, "Hey, they posted the link, like I'm about to do again." Came up.
Oops.
We've all been talking for a while.
I cannot hear or see the chat. So if anybody has something to say about me, they can say whatever they want, and you can tell me, and that's fine. I don't have no issues. I don't care.
I don't care about the negative stuff people say. It's counterproductive. You know.
I mean, obviously there are people that are defending peas, and I absolutely will never defend one of those. So
anybody who defends that type of behavior or that type of person or that type of lifestyle, they I hate to say it, but that just makes, if you're that comfortable with it, that means that you have some experience with it. That's all I'm saying. Is, you know, when people get comfortable with drugs, you know, they you know.
Not saying that I don't know about people like that, but do I defend them? No. I'm a victim of that. You know what I'm saying?
I know that.
Yeah.
Well, I know somebody's not cooperating with the authorities, so.
And I don't care what people think of me.
When suddenly.
You're very welcoming. Claire's been very welcoming of me. I appreciate that. Because again, last time I talked to Claire, I was so awestruck I couldn't even speak. Because no offense, I can't. No, I'm just so very much in awe of your presence because your background, your knowledge, the things you've gone through, I wish I'd had the opportunity to do. I just didn't get to.
Can I answer?
But, I mean, not everybody does, you know.
Right. I want to answer Amy May real quick.
Hang on, Jasmine.
Ron does not cooperate. No, it doesn't make you guilty, but I just recall bragging before about having them come in and, you know, yucking it up,
serving them tea and
serving them tea and shit. So now, like, you know, when there's a serious situation going on, then suddenly nobody's cooperating. It's just like, oh, what happened? You know how it works here on the internet. I didn't say it made anybody guilty. I just said what changed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Just asking questions like a reporter would. I am not judge, jury, and executioner. I'm just the dude in Indiana.
Well,
I'd like to say
that would be a big deal as far as, like, you know, DC, she come from a way different environment than what we did.
I sure do.
Yes, you absolutely did. A completely different lifestyle, environment. I can't think of the other words, but, you know, like Indiana here, we're very simple. You know, not saying that we're stupid. Okay, we are, but we're not. You know what I mean? We're very basic and down to earth. And when it comes to apocalypse, let me tell you, where you're
Oh.
coming is to our country. You're coming here.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
do remember this great line from the movie Rear Window, which is, you know, the photographer who's played by Jimmy Stewart is worried that his girlfriend is too glamorous and too, you know, she's into fashion and, you know, going to parties and that kind of thing. And he's worried that maybe they're not a good fit because he's like a war photographer and that she won't be able to go around where he goes in her high heels and her designer gowns and everything. And the nurse who comes in to take care of him says, people people with sense belong wherever they're put. And I've always remembered that line. You know, when people say, well, how can you adjust to life in Indiana? Well, I'm fine here. I have no problems. I mean, I've had issues with this town, but as far as the state is concerned, I don't have an issue with Indiana. I think it's
Yeah.
very relaxing to live surrounded by, you know, farms and that kind of thing. I enjoy it. I enjoy not hearing ambulances go by every 5 minutes. I enjoy being able to walk outside at night without worrying about the things that I worried about in DC.
Yeah.
It's a different way of life, but if I did not feel that I belonged here, or if I felt that I did not belong here, I wouldn't be here. Now,
Right.
obviously, I came here for love, but if I really felt that this was a bad fit, I'd be like, look, we've got to go elsewhere. But I was telling Negz just today that, you know, I will never be able to live in a blue city again, not ever. Probably never be able to live in a blue state again. And I never, if you had said to me a year ago that this is what I'd be saying now, I'd say that you were out of your mind. But the way that things have been going, it's much safer here. I like being surrounded by these evangelicals who have been very kind and very welcoming. I just like it. I mean, yeah, okay, so I'm surrounded by Trump flags, whatever. I mean, it's not the worst thing that can happen to you in life, you know. So
Pretty sure it has nothing to do with, honestly, Claire, it has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with we take care of our own. Like, you will never not ever be safe if you're here. You might not been born a Hoosier, but now you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. If you're here, if you live here, you're a Hoosier.
Yep, yep. You know, I mean, you weren't born a Hoosier, so no, I don't consider you Hoosier. No offense. It's okay.
nope.
No big deal. It's fine. No one cares. Okay. But you'll be protected as a Hoosier, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
When you're here, you'll be protected. And we protect our own. We don't mess around over here. And I know I live in a total different part of the country from y'all. Well, not country, state, because I'm more north than, you know, y'all south. It doesn't matter. We're all Hoosiers. We don't play around. You don't mess around with us. And we protect
there's families
our own.
here. There's families here that you just
Right.
didn't fuck with.
Yeah.
I remember
We're all
back in the
family.
day, and they're still like that. Yeah, I mean, I got friends that, you know, I could call up and they make a couple calls and they make a couple calls, but I've never been in any kind of issue like that because I avoid it.
Well, I mean, we're just always family here. See, that's the biggest thing about us. You know, that's like when I lived in Alabama. We're family. But I only lived there for a few years. But I'm
Right.
born and raised and have lived here I only lived in Alabama for 3 years of
You know,
my life.
I lived
So,
in a small town for about 3 years, and it was not what I thought it would be. I spent more time fighting with the faculty of the school over my children's education and other stuff. And it was like one of these towns where everybody cared about the Joneses. and
Yep.
I was just like, I was against that. I was anti, you know, kissing ass and all that shit. I mean, I had a
Well, for
friend
my
in
kid,
the deputy that in town. You know, I was walking home from the bar one night, a little drunk, and he gave me a ride home
yeah, see, that's what I'm
ins-
saying.
instead of the
Hoosiers
jail.
take care of Hoosiers. You know what I'm saying? We take care of each other. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter here.
Well, I will say this: I'd be lying if I didn't say that at
Hi,
heart,
baby.
I will always, always be a city girl. And there are times when I'm at the Kroger or I'm in line at some store and the person, you know, is telling their life story to the cashier. And I'm sitting there waiting and my foot taps. Okay, my foot taps. I start, you know, getting a little bit antsy because, you know, the pace here
I'm
is
not
very,
gonna
very,
lie.
very
I'm
slow.
gonna laugh.
And it doesn't tap as much as it used to, but it still taps, trust me.
Yes. See, we slow people. Oh, I'm so
uh,
sorry, Claire. I'm so sorry. Yes, we do that. Like, I'm sorry, we do.
It's a bit
We
much.
connect to people. I know, but
so I
you know,
quit
you
going to the
come
dollar
from a
store.
big city. Yeah, you
But
come from a big city, so you're not used to having interactions like with that. Oh my,
Well,
you're making me laugh
nobody
so
here's in a
much.
hurry, you know.
yeah, right, right.
Absolutely
Nobody's in a
not.
hurry, and
No,
that drives
no.
me crazy. At times I will be
Okay.
honest about that.
It's because everything's
No, I
close.
can,
They're 3 minutes
I
from
can
home.
totally
Right.
understand. Oh my God, you're gonna kill me, Claire. Oh my God, yes, absolutely. But that's the way we is. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just it is what it is. Because we're not rude. I guess that would be the word. We're not rude. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that DC was rude, but it's just that uh, we just we like to interact with people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you know, it's
sometimes.
just part of it. Yeah, it's like you need to know your locals because it's very, very good. Like, I need to know which stores I need to go to. You know what I'm saying? Because I know which stores to not go to and which stores to go to. And I'm sure you're learning that too.
Uh,
Well,
And
it's
it's
not like we
about to
have a
be
lot of
sweet.
selection here, so.
yeah, there's not
Well,
a big selection
sweet,
of.
sweet corn is about to be harvested here in what, 2 weeks? I cannot wait.
Probably, yeah.
Oh my God.
Can't eat
I
it.
missed the 13 for $1 though.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Can't eat it. Used to love it. Can't eat it now. Damn it.
I miss
Yeah.
my sweet corn. It's
But
too
I don't know.
expensive.
It's kind of corn's kind of pointless anyway to eat.
I
Like it's kind of
know.
like celery. You know, like where's the nutritional value? Uh,
It's
if I
just
ate,
fun to eat. It's delicious to eat.
if I ate corn,
But
I'd die. I'd literally die if I ate one ear of corn. It'd be so
oh, I'm
fucked.
sorry.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm sorry about that.
I eat corn the long way too, so
Nah, I miss corn. I have actually, for years, I have researched and have frozen for fresh corn. Um, I remember back in the day when it was 13 for $1, and now it's what? I'm lucky to get 16 for a
I
dollar.
have
Or
no fucking idea. My
No
mom
idea.
buys
oh my
corn,
gosh.
and I'm like, I can't eat it,
Mm.
so I give it to the kid, and the kid eats it. So whatever.
Well, I've recently became a vegetarian, so
Oh yeah, you don't eat any meat.
no, I haven't ate meat in quite a while.
Yeah,
But I'm not opposed to meat because I have to make meat for, well, I
right.
have men in my family and they're
Yeah,
meat and potato people. So I
Right.
don't have a problem with cooking it and stuff, but I just don't. Yeah, I just can't. That's a me thing now. It's a
You
personal
know,
diet,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I want to rewind a little bit. Like, I mean, you're right. You're right. As far as like a lot of people in small towns are simple, but like I wouldn't even I wouldn't classify myself as simple. I would classify myself as very eccentric and complicated.
That's true. I think that that's an
Eccentric
accurate
and
assessment.
complicated. I
I
love
mean,
that.
seriously, you know, I mean, I'm not a simple person. I'm not a simple man. I'm, you know, um,
Are any of us? I mean, come on,
I
Claire.
mean,
Are
that's
you
like trying.
simple and simple? Seriously. I'm pretty sure you're not either.
What is simple though? You know, what is it?
Um, I don't know. Well, she comes from a big city,
No, but I mean, what
so
is
I don't know
simple?
what part of simple would be for you for Claire, not DC. I'm sorry. I don't know what to call you because I feel really rude. I
Sorry,
don't want to disrespect you.
damn.
Um, I, I still get starstruck.
That's silly. It's
I
flattering, but
know,
it's silly.
I know. It
Speaking
is.
of,
I'm only starstruck because you've just done so much. I've watched your stuff, and you're amazing.
I
Um,
appreciate that.
I wish I had the chance to do that and done half of anything that you have done. Again, I have watched you for years. No offense. Well, I don't know if that should be the word. Um,
I'm
I had
sorry.
children. I grew up as a Jehovah Witness. So again, I just that's why some of this is a little bit for me. But
Yeah, I no, I get it. I had a friend who grew up Jehovah Witness, and then when she broke free, you know, the
yeah,
world was a different place. So
yes, it's a
I was
complete.
raised as well, I wasn't raised as a Baptist. We just went to a Baptist church. Just we went there for decades as a family. So, um, and I just didn't. I don't know. But by 18, I think I went and watched a power team, and during their little speech and all that stuff, they were like condemning like gay people and all this other stuff, and like you know saying these people don't repent, they'll go to hell. And I just walked out. I was like, fuck this shit. You roided out, almost said it. You know, like calm down, let people be. Now
Well,
I think that as a human being, and I'm not putting myself down by saying this, but I don't know what to believe in because I don't think that what exists, I don't think that my brain could comprehend it at the rate that I'm using it. 10%.
no,
If I
I
could use about
completely
50% of my
understand.
brain, I could probably see, you know, other people's
No,
journey into the world.
no, I completely understand where you come from. Because the whole God thing ends up being that you get introduced to something and then life tells you something else. And that's where you get a miscommunication. But some people, such as myself, who were forced into certain situations,
Yeah,
um, like you just don't understand how to get out and you
yeah,
don't necessarily agree, but you don't have a choice. Like, this is your life, you know. And when you get out, it's hard. It's extremely hard. Not gonna lie,
Sorry.
it's hard.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
That
I mean,
sucks.
no, you don't have to be sorry. You don't have to be sorry. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you, though. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah,
But you know, it is a life cycle or a learning thing. You know, I'm sure you know and understand that.
yeah. You're always learning,
It's
living.
yeah. Every day. You're like, oh, wait a minute. No, wait. I don't have to think like that now. I don't have to think like that. I don't have to think like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're tapping your head. I don't have to think like that. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right,
don't have to think that I have to serve a man. I have to do this. I have to do that. And
right.
that was my world for
Yikes.
many, many, many years. Yeah.
So the
No.
religion was just basically like kind of like sexist towards women.
Well, I mean, I brought you into this world, I'll take you out, and you were born to do this. You were
Yikes.
born to do this, you know? And it's like, yeah, but you still tried to teach me all this stuff to be independent, but how am I supposed to be independent learning all this information and then be this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot serve if I'm being an independent person. Because
Right.
if I'm an independent person, I cannot be a serving person. I'm sorry, but I
No,
do serve. But here's one thing. I do love my husband. I love my husband to death. I do. And I will serve him every day. I make sure he has food. I make sure my children have food. I make sure my house is clean, you know, and that has nothing to do with my religion. That has to do with me as a
right.
person.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of concerned if it does one or the other. Well, and that's silly because no, I want my house to be clean. I want my husband to be served. Well, not served, see, but no, I do serve my husband. I do serve my kids. And I
Okay.
don't
Somebody.
consider it serving them. I
Right.
consider
Like,
it,
I understand what you're
I
saying.
love them. I
Yeah,
love them
you
that
do
much
things for
that
them
that's my
because you
job.
love them. And those and yeah, exactly. Well, Amy May
Right.
has a question for me. She says, "What were you born to do, Ron? If you have an answer to that, not everybody does." Well, um, I think that I was born to obviously procreate. So, you know, my bloodline is now counting me, the kids, the grandkids. It's 3 generations. So, um, I think I was born to. I don't know. To be honest with you, to be a father, that's really all I know. I've been a dad since I was 22. you, you know, I was a kid basically, and that's all I know. And I'm 47, and I've been doing this for 25 years. All I know to do is to try and make money and provide and be the best example I can for the young men who look up to me. And now I have one that's going to be an adult in 2 years, and you know, I put all my focus and effort into him. But I don't think anybody really knows what they were born to do. I mean, because you probably haven't done it yet.
I'm going to have to agree with that. Nobody knows what they're going to do. And if Claire's still here, I still want to ask her. I know you think that I'm still stuck. I still want to have a question. Oh my gosh, and I forgot.
Uh
let me think about it. I had a question. Okay, so she went through all of this. I mean, she got so lucky. Oh my gosh. Got so lucky to go through all that schooling. So, do you feel that you are so much better? And this is not trying to be rude, okay? Do you feel that you're better than some of us or kind of equal? And like some of us
Uh,
had just not gotten to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish I had some opportunities, but I got denied. I didn't get to go. I mean, I wanted to. Oh
Go
my
where?
gosh. Well, no, I mean,
Who are you asking, Clara?
yes,
Okay.
yes. No, no, not you, Next. I get what we get to go through. We got nothing here. Oh, Christ. We got nothing. Um, and I'm not trying to say that Claire feels like she's better than anybody. And in fact, I
I don't.
appreciate the fact that
Think
Claire
she
has
does.
not, DC has not been trying to being like she's above us all lately. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I thought for a little bit that you thought that we were a little bit beneath you. And that part of that was kind of like, for me, I was like, I kind of appreciate that. But would you change anything from your past if you could have lived here? Like, where you're at now, I guess. I'm just
Well,
curious.
well, I mean, if I had lived here, I would have been a totally different person. I, I,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of my trajectory in life was determined by being the child of an immigrant family, um, that had extremely high expectations, and didn't accept excuses, and always said that there were priorities that I had to have in life, um, that there were expectations that were very high that were placed on me, number one. Um, and growing up in a city in the capital of the United States offered me a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have had here. Um, and, Washington is a very, I mean, there's no other way to put it, it's a very overeducated city. A college degree in Washington is like a high school degree everywhere else. To get ahead, you need a master's, you need this, you need that, you need to go to the right schools, you need to have the right credentials. And now, more than anything else, you need to be from the right family in order to get opportunities that would not have been. I mean, I didn't have to have that back in the 80s and 90s when I was getting started with my career. But now it's even more important
Right.
than ever that you have to have the right last name. You have to, um, I mean, listen, I worked with children of congressmen and senators and cabinet secretaries, and they were treated differently. Um, but, I was lucky in that I could work really hard and I could accomplish what I did. If I could change anything, I mean, the most obvious thing is that I never had children. And I mean, that was not by choice, really. It was just bad plumbing. Um, and I didn't get married until I was 40. So there was
Ma'am,
that
I
also.
don't think you should
But
ever
um,
diminish the fact that you were not allowed to have children.
no, I
So,
don't. I don't. I'm just
please.
saying. I mean, you asked a question, and that's my answer. The one thing that I never did was have children. But as far as a regret, no, I had a fantastic life, an amazing life. I met fascinating people. And when Amy May was asking, what were you born to do? I was born to ask questions. I was born to sit down and talk to people and ask them questions and learn from them. That's what I was born to do. And I was lucky that I was surrounded by opportunities to do that and get paid for it, which not a lot of people can say. So I was very fortunate. But that part of my life, in terms of working for other people, in terms of asking the questions that they wanted me to ask, that's over. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that now, I mean, the internet has been a massive nightmare and a pain in the ass, but at the same time, it's given me an opportunity to be able to talk to people that I find interesting and ask questions that I find interesting and pertinent and relevant, and not have to answer to anyone for it. And that has been a tremendous privilege. So if I had been born here, God only knows what I would have ended up doing. I have no idea. But it wouldn't have been the same. It would have been different, that's all.
Correct.
That's all.
It absolutely would have been different. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I just had the question. So, had you still been born where you were, obviously you were unable to have children, what else would you have changed within your life?
I wouldn't have gotten married.
Um,
That was a huge mistake. I would never have gotten married. I think that they weren't bad people. It's just that it was a bad fit, and it caused a lot of grief. That's one of the things that I definitely would have changed. I would never have gotten married if I had had the foresight. But you never do. You know, you kind of fall into things and you end up regretting it or whatever. But again, they were not bad people. It's just that it wasn't the right thing for me to do. So that's what I would have changed.
so, when I got married my first time, I thought it was the thing for me, obviously, because, whatever. Um, but did you not decide that it actually taught you something?
Yeah, not to get married.
Well, not that. I get that. But like what you didn't want, like in a man or in a relationship, or, you know what I'm trying to say? You know, like you learn something from being with somebody. Like, I get it that you probably, I don't know about your marriage, but mine was forced. But like, even being married, you learn something from being married to a man in the relationship and the whole living together and, all the, you got to smell their farts and all that stuff. Um,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah. Is there something that you would have learned from that marriage? And what I learned from mine was that I was not going to be told what to do. So I would like to know what you learned from your. I mean, I don't remember. I think you've been married twice.
Yes.
I don't know. Yes, I've been married. Well, I'm on my second. So yes. But yeah. Well, I was in a common law marriage, so I don't know if that common actually constitutes. But yes. But like, what would you have learned from your first marriage that you would never accept from anybody ever again? And
Well,
and it doesn't. Yeah.
I married.
Yeah. You know what
I
I'm
married
saying.
men from very patriarchal cultures, and the thing that I noticed about both of them, even though they were completely different in terms of temperament, background, everything, is that when men get married, they pull a bait and switch, and before you get married, you have a
Jesus
certain type of
Christ. Oh my
relationship,
God, yes.
and then you get married, and all of a sudden you have to do all the housework, you have to do all the accounting, you have to be the nurse, you have to be this and that. And it's like, okay, well, what happened to teamwork? I thought that,
Right.
I mean, you used to wash the dishes, you used to, like, and you get to the point where it's like, how many times do I have to ask you to put your dish in the sink? Why are you putting the dish on the counter? Why can't you put the dish in the sink? Stupid shit like that. It's just idiotic, but um, you know, you start off with a guy who's very open-minded and liberal and whatever, and all of a sudden you fall into this pattern. And it's like, what happened to the guy that I knew before the ring went on the finger? I don't understand. And so that was my biggest concern was, okay, well, wait a minute. I mean, I work, I do this, I do that, I do whatever, and now you're telling me that I can't get a dog? No, sir. No, you know what I mean? Like stupid stuff. Like, I
No,
mean,
no, I get you completely.
Negs,
Yes.
Negs and I have been together for 2.5 years, and um, we have established a really good understanding. A really good. Um, I don't
I
want to
think
say
you're very,
roles,
very
like
accepting.
falling into roles or whatever. And you would think that as
Yes.
different as we are, that we would argue all the time. We don't. Um, and that has been a blessing. It really has,
Actually,
because
I don't think that you guys actually fight as much as people say. I've seen some of the silly texts. Oh my God. Like me and my husband haven't had issues. Like, get out of here.
no, it's
Shut up. You know
ridiculous.
what I'm saying? I know. And first off, y'all never had lived with people, especially Negs. So there's like this little, and I don't mean the honeymoon phase because that's not anything to do with it because it's past the honeymoon phase. You know what I'm trying to say? It's the actual real life phase. You know what I'm saying? Um, so because you people are like actually learning how each other are, that's what it is. And you still stuck together,
Yeah, of
you know.
course. We love each other.
Uh,
That's why.
exactly. Exactly. And again, I have no issues with who am I to judge? Ain't me. I'm not the one in your house. You
No,
know,
nobody's in our house
I
except for
don't
us. So,
care. I don't care about your house or your relationship as far as that. Y'all are happy. Um, it has nothing to do with me. So again, yeah, like the biggest thing is, yes, you always have that honeymoon phase where it's everything's beautiful, and then you start, wow, your farts really do stink, you know. But you just start, you're like, oh well, you know what? The, the biggest thing was like my husband's like, it's okay, you can fart in front of me, honey,
Yeah.
well,
because he knows that I do.
I'm really glad that we had an understanding when we first got together because we were both content creators. And we established early on, like immediately, like right at the beginning, that we would never do it like a family channel. We were not going to vlog our lives. We were not going to open up our lives to strangers on the internet. Um,
You,
I'm
that was
so
out of the
glad you
question.
guys
That was
didn't.
out of the question. And this need to
Honestly, I'm
constantly
glad you didn't.
like tweet out or upload videos, proving how happy you are and how great everything is. I mean, we've seen what happens to these family channels. It turns out that there's a disaster going on off camera. And it's an invasion of privacy. And we were both firmly opposed to anything like that. I mean, if there have been any invasions of privacy, they've come from strangers on the outside who are constantly trying to interfere or make assumptions or that kind of thing. and come up with these crazy conspiracy theories, and it gets ridiculous after a while. I just block it out. I blocked so many people on Twitter. I've blocked so many people on YouTube, not on my channel, but just in general in other people's chats, because they just will not let go of this assumption that they have about what kind of a relationship Negz and I have. And it gets tiring. It's boring, and it's tedious.
It's
And
absolutely boring. It's absolutely boring.
Yeah.
Because at this point, obviously, y'all are not like leaving each other. Duh. Okay.
Nope.
I'm just saying that. And I'm just saying that for the stupid haters. Obviously. And no one cares. I mean, I don't care. Obviously, a lot of people care. They're trying to wait until you do. I don't know why.
They just want content. That's all it is. They
Well,
want
of
content.
course.
They want
Of
something to
course.
exploit. You know, I mean, they've
Yeah.
turned our lives inside out and upside down, and now they're waiting for a big blow up to happen and for a big drama to ensue so that everybody has something to talk about so they can monetize it on their channels. It's so obvious what's going on. It's so
But
obvious.
not one person in an actual
Auntie Vera.
real life relationship has not had issues. Like, get out of here. Okay? Okay. Like, you guys obviously had some issues. You were new. You had online issues. You were online people. Okay. So, of course, there was going to be people messing around with you. So, why do people think that at this point in your relationship that they can still break you up? I'm still curious where there's that drama and where there's content. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't understand.
They don't have any content.
No.
Well, I mean, they don't, but that's what I'm saying is
Other people
you
are their
people are
content, and they
living
create
your
situations.
actual life. Right.
Right.
You guys are
Yeah,
people
they force it.
actually living your real lives.
Yeah.
I mean,
I live my life,
anybody that
and
lives here.
you know what? This is what I do. I keep my head on a swivel, and I'm armed. That's all I can do. Is be vigilant and be prepared for anything. And it may not
I
even
mean,
have
I
anything to
get
do
it.
with YouTube stuff. It could be just real world shit. I'll be right back.
Exactly.
Gotta take my dog out.
And yeah, and so I don't understand why they think that somebody of your I guess a lot of people, Claire, that just don't understand why you, of somebody of such a high caliber, because obviously a lot of us do highly acclaim you in that area. Only because of your your background and everything, would want to be with Negz.
Well, that's because they don't know him. A lot of people online think that they know who he is. They know what makes him tick, and they don't. And initially there was a lot of resentment, like, oh my God, you should be with this person. You should be with X. Well, I made a choice as an adult human being based on what
Right.
I thought was best for me. And again, it's that people do not know him. They think they know him, but they don't know him. And Negz is a lot more complex and a lot more, there's a lot more to him than what you see online. And that's what drew me to him. That's why the first time that we met, I was so pleasantly surprised. Our first meeting could have been a complete and total disaster. It could have been a nightmare. And instead, we just clicked immediately. We hit it off right away in a way that surprised both of us. I mean, we've both talked about that. And everybody wants to find like an angle. Like, wait a minute, but she did this, she did that, she comes from here, she's this or whatever. How could you be with Negz? Well, because I saw something that I did not see as I look beyond the online persona. And Negz is a very he's a very complicated, fascinating, very intelligent person, very compassionate, very kind. And all of that drew me to him. And it has nothing to do with educational background. It has nothing to do with resumes or
He
any
said
of
all
that stuff.
shucks.
I could have stayed in DC. I
Goodness.
could have hooked up with a Hill staffer or lobbyist or whatever. And I didn't want that. That was the opposite of what I wanted. And when Negz and I met, it just worked. I don't know how to explain it, but how do you explain when you love somebody?
Right. When it clicks, it clicks. It just clicks.
And I know
Yeah.
that there's no way that you can explain to somebody, beyond the cliche of opposites attract or whatever. But there's no way that you can explain to someone why you love someone. But all that I can say is that it worked, and I was very pleased that it worked. I really was. So here we are, But
Right.
people need to stop asking that
like
question.
2
I think
years
that
later.
at this point, after 2.5 years, people need to stop asking that question. Obviously, something is working. And so why try to analyze it like we're specimens in a lab? I mean, it's absurd. It's absurd. It's ridiculous.
It is. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the thing that I get is that, okay, you guys just obviously had something. I mean, it might be weird to a lot of people. Okay, no one cares. I certainly don't care. The whole situation of that, the fact that you obviously had to come into an entirely different situation though.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you've been so understanding, is that just based on just your love or acceptance, or you were just willing to, because see, that's where I come from, that I just came from, I'm just that accepting that I don't care, it wasn't that, because I am almost positive that you came from an entirely different world, obviously, right? Because I'm sorry, we are way different than anything you came from. I am almost positive. Okay, that was a question.
I mean, I love him. I don't know how else to answer that question. I love him, period. When you love somebody, you love them. You love them, in good times and bad, period.
Right.
That is non-negotiable. And that is how I feel. I love this man with all my heart. I love this family with all my heart. And again, I mean, if people want to sit around gossiping and jumping to conclusions, and again, I think that one of the problems that we've both had, but particularly that he's had, is that people really think that they know who he is. They don't. You come into a chat, or you're in a Discord server, or you watch a live stream, or you watch a video or a TikTok, and you think, oh, I know that person. No, you don't. You really don't, and when you get to know the person, like really know the person, you develop a different understanding of that person. And that's where I'm at. And again, I can't control if people want to gossip. They can go ahead and gossip as much as they like, but it doesn't change the fact that I am here because I want to be here, because I genuinely love this man. I do. So that's that.
I don't question that. The
can vouch for
difference
that.
is coming from, and thank God for Negz. because he does obviously have a very loving woman, and I'm very thankful for him. Um, the question is that I have is, you come from, okay, you said earlier that you really wanted to have children, but then obviously you knew that that wasn't going to happen, and I am so sorry about all of that. We're going to go beyond. So then you came into, was that, again, I'd asked you that before, you
Hmm.
know, how culture shock was that for you, you know?
What, the
And
family or
it wasn't
Indiana?
like you, well, okay, that's a two-part question. You're, geez, look at you. The DC part. um, no, the family part. You know, but you weren't coming into having a baby. You were coming into having, I mean, you know, his child wasn't actually, you know, I mean, I don't know what age he was, and I'm not going to state that, but he wasn't a child, like not a baby. So how, excuse me, I apologize. I have COPD, so sometimes I get really congested. Um, so, if you had come in with him having a younger child, would that have made a difference,
No.
or would you still have been a good?
No, it
Yeah.
wouldn't have made a difference. What I don't understand how that would have made a difference. No, definitely not.
Okay. Well, that's definitely beautiful. So the fact that you came in and just ended up having to like adjust to an already established family dynamic, how hard was that for you though? On a dynamic, you know, because you'd never experienced that, right?
It happens every day all over the world. Blended
I know,
families
but
are
I meant for
blended
you.
families are a
I meant
thing.
for you.
So,
I know, but I meant for you personally. How hard was it for you?
well, I've never shared a home with a kid, so um, it was, it's an adjustment, but it was a good one. Um, because I honestly love every single person in this family. So it
Yeah,
was
I would
different.
never take that part out, that you wouldn't enjoy any of that. But I just meant, how hard was it for you to just like, oh my gosh, I gotta clean this. You know, let's be honest. You gotta clean a disgusting toilet. You got a lot of dirty dishes. You gotta clean up after a disgusting teenager. Look, I've had those. Okay, that's what I'm asking. How hard was that for you, though?
It wasn't.
I'm just no.
Nope. Nope.
I'm not trying to be nasty, Claire. I'm just asking questions. Sorry.
Nope.
Well, no, because I think that you guys have been a beautiful blended family. What I'm asking is, it had to have been hard, because look, I
It
was
was
a
di- it
single
was
mom
it was
for
different.
years.
It was different, that's all.
Yes, there you go. Yes. And it's very, very different. So how hard, you know, because I mean, it wasn't like you were had done that before, correct?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever done that, honestly. I don't know if you've ever been into a family that had children. I'm assuming that Negz's family was your first family,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Negz's son adopted you right away,
Well,
which,
takes time, but that's all right.
well,
Um and
so that's an adjustment.
he's a great kid, so, it was not a problem. It was not a problem. Um and I mean, I don't want to talk too much about that, to be honest with you. That's very personal, and
Oh no, I'm not trying to ask about the mothering or any of that. I just meant about how much it meant to you to adjust and how hard it was for you.
It wasn't hard.
Or,
That's it.
okay,
That's all I'm going to say.
you know, um, as far as the cooking, there's another thing. See, that was my biggest issue, is learning how to cook for different people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, did that turn out to be a different thing? Did you introduce new foods? Were they accepted and you just had to like be like, I don't eat rice no more? Because I don't eat rice no more. You know.
No, I mean
You
these
know,
are
something
all just
silly
the
like
regular.
that.
These are all just the regular things that you go through when you are part of a family. That's all.
Right. No, I get that. I'm just asking random questions there.
My God, it's
'Cause again-
12. It's 12:07. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12:07, time to wrap.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm out of here for
All right.
y'all.
All right. See you later.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you coming and letting me up. I totally respect both of you. I hope you both have a
Appreciate
great
that.
morning and tomorrow.
Same to you.
Yeah, likewise.
Thank you.
Good night.
Which dogs did you let out?
Just the floofy one.
Oh, okay. Well, Bug is probably asleep on the couch. It's okay.
Yeah.
He'll
he
manage.
He was staring at me like, what do I do, Dad? I'm just gonna sit here then.
Yeah. That silly big goofball.
Well, I felt like you just got Barbara Walters.
Right.
I mean, like I mean, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, I hope that cleared some stuff up. Probably not, but that's all right.
Who cares? I was working on the store today. That's all I could think of. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Can't control it. Like echoing in my head.
Hi, Buggy. He's in the office with me now. Hi, Buggy.
Ah.
What you doing? What are you doing, Chops? Yeah, I mean, the store looks great. I'm really happy about that. Everything's coming along. So, good news. Good news.
Yep. Signs are on their way. Light that place up like Vegas. I'm gonna put all kinds of stuff in the window. It's gonna be lit up.
Good.
People see it, they'll be like, "What the hell is that?" I have to stop it just to see what it is.
Right. No, it's good. It's good. So, again, coming along.
Yep.
You know, the business that everybody thought was going to go down the toilet. Guess what? We're still open, and we are not a Temu store, so cut it out.
Right, please. Yeah. I mean, you can buy a lot of shit at the shop, so.
Yeah, Negz has been, Negz was working a very, very long shift today. So he's a little bit tired, just a little tiny bit.
We were closed and still made money. It was amazing.
That is amazing. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I'll let somebody have a private shopping experience with 10% off.
All right, I am going to go to bed.
Okay, babe. I'll see you in a little bit.
Love you.
Love you. Good night.
Bye.
So then there was just me. I think. And then there was just me. Holy shit. Jasmine. Whoa, man. Starstruck. Those those questions were put together pretty well. Man, like it's all good. It's just a relationship between two people, man. Really, I mean, like I remember in school, like if you liked a girl, and then you liked a girl, and then you kept asking your friend about, hey, did they break up yet? Hey, did they break up yet? It's it's kind of what this feels like. Like, yeah. Anyway, hey, I can't drink, man. So I probably probably a couple of shots would have helped me out a little bit there. Man, I saw some cake on the table upstairs. I know it's about to fuck it up. So yeah, we redid the store. I'm shooting a commercial tomorrow after I finish doing everything I want to do. And yeah, gotta do that. You gotta do that internet advertising now. I'm gonna see if I can put an ad in the paper, but like really, I don't know who reads the paper anymore. I know it's not it's probably a bunch of old people, and like, how am I going to get them in there? Free coffee? What cake? I don't know, man. It just it's some kind of buttery bunt cake. I don't know. How you read the paper in your old man? So yeah, I don't. I don't think I want to even try to understand any of people's like the things you can't control. Like what trying to understand it is like just almost like a form of insanity. I don't know why people do the things they do. People are reactive. People are lack impulse control. People find weird ways to give themselves the dopamine and serotonin they need to get through the day, right? So far be it from me to say or even wonder why. Again, I'll deal with it when it's in my face, when I have to deal with it, right? That's life. That's life. No, I am going to get a billboard locally, though. I am. I'm going to pay for a billboard for a month. But the way we're getting our sign lit up and everything, people will not be able to miss where the hell we are, because it's going to be like a big it's going to be a big like 8 foot long sign, 8 foot by like 5 foot or something, or 8 foot by 5 foot. There's going to be spotlights on it, and then we're going to have one by the road. So yeah. And the billboard would help a lot. I got to spend a lot of money to try to make a lot of money. But, hey. Yeah, I'll have the billboard. I'm not going to be on it. We are a family business. But I'm just going to put like what we have, the address and what we have and where we're at and blah, blah, blah. Trust me, every day I'm brainstorming on things to do to make it interesting. I mean, they may cost a little money, but like it gets attention to the brand. So Why not? I'm photogenic. I mean, I could. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. They're like 3,000 for a month at Philly. Yeah, it won't be that much here. It'd be like probably like $385. The store is you. Yeah, I guess it is. It really is. Excuse me. All right, I'm done. Guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Remember, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Good night. Blah.